All right, there's some bit of an event taking place. We want to take you live now to the Electoral Commission, I believe, where there is a press conference happening there right now.
Stated. For clarification, biometric voter registration kits, which comprise a laptop, camera, scanner, and printer, are entirely separate from the Commission's registration data systems and are incapable of manipulating election outcomes, as suggested. These kits, though crucial for voter registration, require specific activation to function accordingly. Without such activation, they serve no purpose beyond their individual components as a laptop, camera, scanner, or printer. What this means is that they are of no value beyond what they were manufactured to be. Similarly, the stolen laptops cannot be utilized for voter verification or registration. It remains just a laptop. As such, they cannot be used to compromise our systems and undermine the credibility of the upcoming elections in December 2024. The integrity of our systems and elections remain intact. Again, there seems to be some confusion as to the use of our equipment. It's imperative to understand that the Commission utilizes two distinct equipment for its operations. The biometric voter registration kits, which is used for voter registration, and the biometric verification devices to verify voters using their fingerprints or facial features on election day. These devices in isolation cannot fulfill the functions of registration or verification without proper activation. It is important to note that at the completion of every registration exercise, all data captured are erased from the laptops in a process termed end of life. As such, we assure the public that the stolen laptops contain no sensitive or valuable data. Consequently, the theft bears no impact on the integrity of the upcoming elections, nor does it serve any political agenda as insinuated. Upon detection of the theft, the Commission promptly notified security agencies involved in the maintenance process, and investigations are actively ongoing to apprehend and prosecute the offenders, the suspects. The Commission places high value on its assets, including the biometric registration kits and biometric verification devices. Hence, its continuous reliance on the police and other security devices to protect all its installations. The Commission urges public figures and citizens alike to exercise due diligence by verifying information before dissemination. This responsibility is paramount to maintaining public trust and preventing unwarranted fear or panic. The Electoral Commission remains committed to upholding the highest standards of transparency and integrity in its operations and elections. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us the attention. I also want to add briefly, because of what is alleged to have been stolen, the Commission is hearing that we are at risk ahead of the 2024 general elections. The Commission wishes to use this opportunity to assure you, the media and all Ghanaians, that we are not at risk and that we are fully ready for the 2024 general elections. The reason why we are not at risk is that only 5 laptops, it's 5 laptops that have been stolen. No BVD has been stolen. Again, no BVD has been stolen. What the Commission is saying is that 5 laptops have been stolen. And these are laptops that are not connected to our system. These are laptops that do not contain any information of anyone. They are just laptops as they are manufactured to be. They do not contain any information of any voter, neither do they contain any critical information. So we want everyone to know that we are fully ready for the elections ahead. So there is no risk as far as the Electoral Commission is concerned. Again, we are also picking information that some people are confusing the BVDs and the BVRs. We want to tell you, the media and the general public, that the BVDs are used for verification during elections. They are used for verification during elections, the BVDs. The BVRs are used for registration. The BVR, they come in the form of, in a box. We call them the BVR kits. In that box, you are going to have a laptop. You are going to have a scanner. You are going to have a camera. And you are going to have a printer and other devices which constitute the kit. So each of the individual equipment that make up the kit, on their own, they do not have any bearing on our activities. Neither do they have any bearing on our registration exercise. It's only when we put them together. And when even we put them together, we must activate them and connect them to our system before they can be used for the registration purposes. And when it comes to the BVD, we only use them when you are going to vote. And we want to establish that you are the one you claim to be. So if even a BVD is missing or a BVR is missing, they have no impact on our elections. Because on their own, unless they are activated and connected to our system, on their own they cannot do anything. And if perchance someone even steals a BVR or a BVD and takes it somewhere, you can still not register with it. You can still not be able to register applicants. The reason is that before registration will take place, we need to activate that particular equipment and connect it to our system. So we want to allay the fears of anyone out there who is hearing that, oh, some items have been stolen. Again, we want to emphasize that what the EC said yesterday was that 5 laptops are missing. And we are working with the security agencies to arrest and prosecute the suspects. Again, we are also hearing people saying that, how secured are your systems? Especially so because we have many security personnel, police personnel around. How did these things happen? Again, we want to assure each and every one here and the good people of our country that our systems are secure. Our systems are very, very robust. And as I indicated earlier, we are so robust to the extent that we are convinced that in 2024, come December 7th, we are going to organize another perhaps transparent, credible elections, which will go down as one of the best in our country. So again, our systems are very, very much secured. So anyone who thinks that, oh, something has happened and as a result of that there is a problem, we are convinced and we are certain that all our systems are active, all our systems are secured, and we are ready for the activities of the year. The next question which we are also hearing people asking has to do with, some people are alleging that the EC spent $150 million in acquiring our equipment in 2020. $150 million. Let me say that when this Electoral Commission took over in 2018, August of 2018, there was a contract of 56 million to upgrade our equipment so that we'll be able to use the equipment for the 2018 referenda and to also use them for the DLE, the district level elections, in 2019. A contract worth $56 million. And in 2020, we were supposed to acquire new equipment. But this Electoral Commission, under the leadership of the chair, took the decision that it wasn't worth it spending $56 million of taxpayers' money only to upgrade, to organize a referenda, and to also organize the DLE in 2019. So the commission took the decision not to sign that particular contract. So in 2020, the commission did an open international competitive tendering to acquire again in 2020, the commission undertook an open competitive international tendering process to acquire new technology. So the commission was able to acquire 8,500 biometric voter registration kits, 8,500 of them. We also acquired almost 80,000 verification devices. We had a new state-of-the-art data center, as well as a data recovery center. Then we also had a software to be able to do the registration. All these things were acquired at a cost of almost $59 million. Just juxtapose that with 2018, only upgrading and refurbishing at $56 million. We had all this in 2020 at $59 million. And those are the equipment we are still using. We used them in 2020, we used them in the 2023 district level elections, and we are going to use them this year in the 2024 general elections. So when we hear some people saying that the EC spent $150 million in 2020, then we are surprised. We don't know how they got that particular information. In any case, the 2020 elections, it cost the Electoral Commission and the country $132 million. So if the whole election cost us $132 million, how did we only buy the equipment at $150 million? It doesn't add up. So this is an information we want the general public to know, that the Electoral Commission is very much concerned when it comes to spending taxpayers' money. So on behalf of my colleague and the chair, we are very grateful for your attention. So we now open the floor for any questions or comments, but my colleague will make a point before.
Thank you very much. And to add to what Dr. Bossman actually said, there are also some concerns that probably we have some vital information on the laptops stolen. This is also not true, in the sense that after every registration exercise, we do what we call end of life. And with this end of life, the data on the laptop is synchronized, and it is actually sent into our database. So we don't have any information on the laptops, the stolen laptops. So there is no cause for any alarm. Thank you.
Right. Okay. If you have please come this way, if you want to ask a question, join the policy. Let me call yourself the last person.
Yes, thank you very much. My name is Ebenezer Dampons. I'm a new guy. I want you to respond to a post by Franklin Kujo, who says that the missing biometric voting machines is serving as a decoy from the legal resources of the state. That's one. Then the second one has to do with how you reported it to the police. Now, he also says that the missing biometric voter machines were not reported until Parliament had to probe before you came out to actually having this press conference. I want you to respond to that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is William James. Chair, you bear with me that information is very key. When the commission detected or was informed that these devices were tempted with, did you in any way inform the political parties, told them the situation at the commission? That's my first question. My second question is, Dr. Bossman, you just told us that security over there is very robust. I just want to know where these devices were and how come they were tempered with. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Nana Kwesi from Oman FM. I want to know how many of the BVD devices you have at your disposal. And then secondly, when you notice that 5 laptops have been stolen from the
my name is Obed. I report on K1 TV. And I want to find out as whether or not the ECP had a meeting with the minority, because from the allegation made, it was disclosed that there was a certain meeting with the minority, and it is from that meeting that these revelations were made. Is it true that the EC had anything with the minority?
Mr. President, I work with TVT. I'd like to find out these two questions. The first is related to when you got to know these laptops have been stolen. The second is how long it takes for the laptop to be cleared after the exercise. So when is the end of life program initiated? How long does it take? And between that timeline and when it was stolen, if any of the data can be retrieved from anywhere. Thank you.
Okay.
I will take the political party one, the BBD, but you can take the decoy.
The first question was about decoy. To engage in procurement, is that also?
Yes.
I think the commission which wishes to state unequivocally that the commission is not planning to undertake any procurement of biometric equipment. We are not planning to undertake. And indeed, we've just explained, and my colleague stressed, that 5 laptops are missing. So the BVRs are intact. The number we mentioned, 8,500 BVRs, they are intact. The verification devices are also intact. And the commission has had meetings with our parties, other stakeholders. We have never said it anywhere that we do not have the equipment to undertake the 2024 general elections. So as I said, we believe that those who are public figures, when they are putting out information, they need to ensure that they don't put out information that will mislead, miseducate, and misinform the public. This is not true. The commission is not thinking about any procurement of equipment. I think there was a question how you reported to the police, or the question was about did you have a meeting with Parliament yesterday? Yes. We had a meeting with the leadership of Parliament yesterday, made up of the majority and the minority. It was in that meeting we made it clear to them that 5 of our laptops are missing. We didn't say at the meeting that BVDs were missing. Neither did we say BVRs were missing. We said 5 laptops. And these 5 laptops do not contain any information of voters. It doesn't contain any information of voters. They are laptops, just as we know laptops, what they do. Thank you.
So, as Dr. Bossman said, prior to our meeting with the leadership of Parliament, the Commission had taken the necessary steps to report to the security agencies. So you find out that at the place where we are preparing the BVR kits for the registration exercise and maybe the routine maintenance of the BVRs, we have the national security and we also have the police presence there. So this was actually taken up by the national, the security agencies before we had the meeting with the leadership of Parliament, and that question cropped up. So it was when it cropped up that the Commission actually made it known to the leadership that 5 laptops have been stolen and not even the BVD. So all our BVDs are intact, like Dr. Bossman said, and then the BVR kits are intact, except the 5 laptops. And we are emphasizing that it doesn't actually contain, they don't actually contain any information. I said we do end of life. When we have finished with the registration exercise, we do the end of life immediately after the registration exercise so that we can upload those data onto our system. So we don't actually have a time frame within which immediately after the exercise, we make sure that we embark upon the end of life and then make sure that the data on the laptop is captured onto our system. Thank you.
That's all. Which one? What was your question?
I asked whether when the Commission detected that laptops are being tampered with, did you engage the political parties in any way to inform them what the situation is? And my second question was, you said the Electoral Commission office is under 24-hour security. How come that these machines were tampered with if the security in charge is intact?
And when it was stolen?
As earlier said, we are preparing our BVR kits. It was detected last week. It was last week that we detected. With a meeting with political parties, we haven't actually, normally we engage the political parties using what? IPAC, and we have a structured meetings with them where we meet with them and then we inform them. So at the next IPAC meeting, the Commission will inform the political parties. And we are saying that we have a well-structured and a well-installed security system. Apart from the police who are there, apart from the national security who are there, the Commission also has its own security. And this detection was not made by any other person but by the Commission. It is the Commission which actually detected. And you know that definitely, no matter how strong your systems are, at times there are some of these things which crop up. But we are assuring the public that we have a robust system where we can actually detect these thefts. And it is because of the system that we have in place that we are able to know that these laptops have been stolen. Thank you.
And just to add briefly, I think one of the things we need to know also is that anytime the EC is doing registration, before we begin the registration, we give a report to all the political parties. So all the political parties will know the state of the registration before we even begin. And when we finish too, we have what is called the end of day report, which is given to the political parties. So what it means is that the political parties are able to tabulate and put all the figures together. So if even something is missing, the political parties, they are convinced that with the structures the EC has put in place, Because at every stage of our activity, the political parties are there to monitor, and in many instances, they have their agents there who are supposed to ensure quality assurance. So we want to allay the fears of everyone that the Commission, under the leadership of the Chair, we are committed to very transparent, credible process. We did that in the years before. We will continue to do that in 2024. Thank you. I think we are done now. Go.
My name is Charles. I work with CCFM and CCTV. These laptops, at the time they were stolen, they have, you mentioned that they don't have voter
information.
But do they have any specialized software for the purposes of election installed on them before they were stolen? You mentioned suspects. How many suspects have been identified as of now? And don't you think that you need to take a look again at your stock-keeping systems so that you don't have this authentication?
My name is Andrew. I work for the business section. You said the lab brought together with certificates which are set for political purpose. Now that I have been told, are you going to discard the rest of the kits because they have no use for the commission, or you are going to replace the laptops to make it complete? Then, what set are you putting in place to address some of these occurrences in the future?
The question as to how many suspects, the numbers, yes, keeps on changing because as and when during the investigation maybe a name crops up, then they pick up the person. So as at now, once the investigation is still going on, we can't tell exactly how many people have been picked. The stolen laptops, we said that the BVR kits is made up of the laptop, the cameras, the fingerprint scanners, and other things. So if we don't have the laptop, assuming that we are not able to get a laptop, we will just procure laptop to replace the stolen ones. That's the 5 ones, so that the kit can actually work, because the kit cannot actually work without the laptop. So if it is the fingerprint scanner, which is even not working, you either fix it or you buy a fingerprint scanner so that the whole kit can work properly. With the security aspect, that one we will also wait for the report of the investigations and other things. Normally, they make recommendations as to what to do to prevent some of these things. But in the interim, the Commission has also beefed up the security measures at where we are working or preparing the BVR kits. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. I think now we want to
the way I bring.
Yeah.